Every situation you encounter is a mirror reflecting something within you. If you're unhappy in any area of your life, it's not just a coincidence. It's a sign, a gentle or sometimes not so gentle nudge from the universe urging you to look inward. So, our external environment is always a representation of our internal state. It's like an ongoing movie playing scenes that reveal our deepest thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. So, we are always projecting our inner world onto the outer. So think of times when you've felt insecure. Did you notice how you suddenly saw judgment in others' eyes, even if it wasn't really true? Or when you're feeling unworthy, how everything seems to conspire against you? The universe is constantly reflecting back what's going on inside. And this is why self-awareness is so crucial. By becoming conscious of our projections, we can start to change the movie we're living in. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode of Moments of Awe. I'm your host, Catherine Plano, and today we are stepping into a profound exploration of how our internal world shapes our external reality. So have you ever felt like you're caught in a cycle, repeating the same patterns over and over again, wondering why certain situations keep showing up in your life? Well, today we're going to uncover the powerful truth that we project 100% of the time. So imagine just for a moment that every person you meet, every situation you encounter is a mirror reflecting something within you. If you're unhappy in any area of your life, it's not just a coincidence. It's a sign, a gentle or sometimes not so gentle nudge from the universe urging you to look inward. So our external environment is always a representation of our internal state. It's like an ongoing movie playing scenes that reveal our deepest thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. You might wonder, why am I attracted to negative things? It's a question I get asked often. The truth is, our conditioning, our environment, and our natural negativity bias pulls us towards what feels familiar, even when it's not what we truly desire. And here's the kicker. Our triggers, those things that upset or unsettle us, are not random annoyances. They are signs pointing directly to what needs to be healed within us. So today, let's dive into how we can use these reflections and triggers as powerful tools for transformation. So let's now uncover the 3 magical insights that will guide you on this journey. Insight number 1, why we project 100% of the time. So let's begin with this fundamental concept that perception is projection. We don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are. Our minds project our internal state outward, creating a reality that matches what we hold within. So have you ever noticed how a stressful day can make the whole world seem difficult and chaotic? Or how when you're feeling grateful, everything seems brighter and more hopeful? This is projection in action. When you are dissatisfied with an aspect of your life, whether it's your relationships, career, or personal well-being, it's not just bad luck or circumstance. It's a reflection of your inner landscape. So for example, if you find yourself constantly surrounded by negative people, it's not a punishment. It's a mirror showing you that the negativity you may harbor within, be it through thoughts or fears or past traumas that haven't been addressed. So we are always projecting our inner world onto the outer. So think of times when you've felt insecure. Did you notice how you suddenly saw judgment in others' eyes, even if it wasn't really true? Or when you're feeling unworthy, how everything seems to conspire against you? The universe is constantly reflecting back what's going on inside. And this is why self-awareness is so crucial. By becoming conscious of our projections, we can start to change the movie we're living in. Our minds are wired to focus on familiar patterns, even if they are negative. This conditioning often stems from childhood experience, societal norms, and repetitive behaviors. So, if you grew up in an environment filled with criticism or scarcity, your subconscious mind learned to recognize and even accept these patterns. So, when you encounter them as an adult, it feels normal, even though it's not healthy. So, to break free from these projections, start asking yourself these questions. What is my outer world showing me about my inner world? And what emotions, beliefs, or fears are being reflected back to me? Understanding these connections is the first step towards creating a new, more empowering reality. Insight number 2, the attraction to negative patterns. Now, let's explore why we are often drawn to negative things. It's not because we want negativity in our lives, but because our brains are conditioned to focus on it. This phenomenon, known as negative bias, means that we are naturally more sensitive to negative experiences than positive ones. So it's a survival mechanism that once helped us stay alert to danger, but now keeps us stuck in loops of pessimism and self doubt. So imagine you're scrolling through social media and you see a negative comment. Even if there are 10 positive comments, your mind is fixated on that one negative comment. Why? Because it taps into an old familiar pattern, one that may have started with a critical parent or challenging school environment or societal messages telling you that you are not enough. Our environment and conditioning reinforce these biases. If you've grown up surrounded by negativity, criticism, or fear, you'll naturally be drawn to similar dynamics as an adult, not because they are good for you, but because they feel familiar. It's like wearing an old, uncomfortable sweater because it's all you've ever known. This familiarity creates a kind of gravitational pull, making it hard to step out of these patterns. But here's the transformative truth. Once you recognize this bias, you can start to change it. Awareness is the antidote to conditioning. Begin to consciously shift your focus. Surround yourself with positive influences, whether that's uplifting people, inspiring books, or empowering environments. Start to challenge the negative thoughts that arise, asking yourself, is this truly reflective of reality, or is it just my conditioning speaking? Our attraction to negativity is not a life sentence, it's a habit that can be reprogrammed. So when you catch yourself dwelling on the negative, pause and redirect your focus. Look for the lesson, the growth opportunity, or the silver lining in every situation. By doing so, you begin to retrain your mind to see beyond the negative, creating space for new, positive experiences to enter your life. Insight number 3, triggers as pathways to healing. Now, let's talk about triggers. Those moments when you feel angry, hurt, frustrated, or offended. Triggers are powerful indicators that there's something within us that needs attention and healing. Think of triggers as messengers. They are not here to hurt you, but to guide you. So each time you feel triggered, it's a spotlight shining on an unresolved issue within you. So, for instance, if criticism triggers you deeply, it may reflect a wound from the past where you felt judged or not good enough. If someone's success triggers you, or triggers envy, it might be highlighting a part of you that feels unfulfilled or disconnected from your own potential. So triggers are like signposts, pointing us towards the area where we need to do the inner work. So take a moment to reflect. What are the things that consistently trigger you? Is it when someone interrupts you? When someone doesn't acknowledge your efforts? Or perhaps when you feel left out or misunderstood? These triggers are not just random irritations, they are the breadcrumbs leading you back to your core wounds. So once you identify your triggers, the next step is to explore them with curiosity rather than judgment. Ask yourself, what is this trigger revealing about me? And what is the deeper wound that needs healing? So use journaling, mindfulness, or coaching to delve into these questions. The goal is not to avoid triggers, but to understand and heal what they are revealing. So remember, your triggers are not your enemies. They are your greatest teachers. They show you where you are still carrying pain, limiting beliefs, or unresolved emotions. So by embracing your triggers and working through them, you reclaim your power and transform your projections. So instead of seeing the world through the lens of past wounds, you begin to see it through the lens of healing, growth, and possibility. So as we wrap up this journey into the world of projections, remember this: your external reality is a mirror, constantly reflecting back what is happening within. If you don't like what you see, don't try to change the mirror, change yourself. By doing the inner work, healing your wounds, and becoming conscious of your projections, you can transform not only your perceptions, but your entire experience of life. So everything you encounter is an invitation to go deeper, to understand yourself more fully, and to evolve. Your triggers are not here to torment you, they're here to guide you home to yourself. So the next time you find yourself reacting to something outside of you, pause, take a breath, and ask, what is this showing me about me? Thank you once again for joining me today on this transformative episode of Moments of Awe. And if today's insights resonated with you, please subscribe, share, and leave a comment with your thoughts and experiences. Remember, you have the power to rewrite your story starting from within. So until next time, let's celebrate the awe of living authentically and consciously. Namaste.